left-wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat. Iran's expanding influence throughout the Middle East is a direct threat to Israeli security. With Iran continuing to supply weapons and support to groups around Israel, the threat's escalating. Walonda, if Iran continues to support these groups, how can the United States get Israel to see restraint as a viable option?
Yeah, I went through and I had a lot of reading to do last night, but I found like 6 to me key points that made kind of sense to me on the military front. So I first said military aid and defense support, which we already do that, right? So strengthen the support and joint military exercises between us and the United States. That would be number one. We're already trying that. Formal security pact. So that would be an agreement that would ensure that basically the U.S. would come to Israel's defense in case of a large scale war. So if it got really, really out of control, we would be there to be big brother, which again, we've already pretty much had that agreement, but that definitely would come true. Deepening the Arab and Israeli cooperation. I was like, what about like some type of regional coalition? Like to me, it's like Israel's by itself, and that is the problem. It's like being surrounded by your bullies and it's just you. So you need other people, you know what I'm saying? So some type of coalition there. Disrupting Iran's financial hate groups. So the Hezbollah, the Hamas and all that. Again, you got to come in there and you got to find them first, but blowing them off, I don't know. Like targeting these areas, these hate groups, I don't know. And then multilateral diplomacy. So U.S. making progress on a broader diplomatic front. Again, just negotiating with them, like trying to have conversations. I know we've done diplomacy, but continuing those talks, I don't know what they want. I don't know the why. I know, again, we have narratives that spin through media. I don't know if we're getting the whole truth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we the bad guy? Like always I said, I'm like, do we always say like we're the good guy, but we had those conversations. Like maybe we are actually the enemy. I don't know. I don't know the story. I know what I hear. But again, we obviously politicians don't always tell the truth. So I'm really considered about the why behind all this. Yep. And then setting red lines with Iran. Like, hey, you do this, we're done. We're in war. It's going to be what it's going to be. Like you said, you can only talk so much to where the talking, there's nothing happening. And now you have to be a little bit more forceful. So I think there should be a red line. There's a line in the sand. Draw it.
Well, I mean, to go back to what you said, we are the enemy. If you look at it from their end, like, you know, let's not be naive. You know, we've done things to make them have reasons not to like us. Like, think of Desert Storm. We just went over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are that with you know. We that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. If you think about any of the wars, Iraqi wars, Afghanistan, any of that, that's us. We bombed the hell out of some people. There's some people that died out of that. There's some people that literally don't like, they see red, white, and blue, and they turn red. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. And that's just, sometimes as Americans, we get naive because we fall into the realm of we're always the good guy and we're always doing it. You know, if you think about when the Bushes went to Iraq, they went just to get oil. That was it. They told us weapons of mass destruction and Yep. They built a pipeline from Saudi Arabia to Kuwait, and they needed to go through Iraq to do that. So they went and knocked off Saddam Hussein and built it. And Halliburton and all those companies, Cheney and the Bushes were involved with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't hear shit from them. You know what I'm saying? Real tough.
Sorry, made them mad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, so we are the enemy. Just what it is, you know? But, you know, in life, you have enemies, and that's just what it is. We can't sit here playing around with them. That's what kind of, when I see like these college kids protesting and blah, 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 not understanding the historical fact of that. You know what? If you land in Iraq or Iran somewhere by yourself, being an American, you probably ain't coming back.
Yeah.
You know, or you're going to go to jail for a long time on some trumped up charges. They don't like you.
Yeah.
They will kill you. Now, do I agree that Israel had to bomb the hell out of Gaza like that and kill up all the Palestinians? I don't. But Hamas didn't need to run amongst them either and kidnap their people. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody slapping you and running into the crowd. You don't know who the hell it is. You're probably going to start slapping every damn body.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Unfortunately. But so I think a lot of times as Americans, we fall out of that context on who the real enemy is. Understand who your enemy is, who you're playing with. And Iran is an enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? they don't like us.
Yeah.
Because
I will-
they don't like Israel. They don't like
Yeah.
us, and we like it.
Yeah.
So that's why they bombing the hell out of Israel.
Yeah.
And it's real people dying over there on them streets,
Yeah.
man. So just be aware of that.
I think like you said, the influence like that they have in the region, Iran's influence is big because they're large, they're powerful, they got money, they got resources, and they can help the other people who hate America, get at America or any of America's allies. And one of the biggest like analogies that I could put up like about how like this hatred is there is, let's talk about Breonna Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all might not get this, but you will in a second. Breonna Taylor, innocent, in her house. There's a bad guy who she's dating.
Mm-hmm.
Police think the bad guy's in there. So guess what? The police gonna go in there and get this bad guy, but they kill her. Innocent. That's what happened in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
We told everybody, well, there's a bad guy over there. So we gonna go in there and we gonna take him out. But then when going over there, they not only took him out, they killed members of these people's families.
Yeah.
People that they know. So it's just like somebody coming in your house saying this person is bad in your house and then just killing anybody they want because they in that house too. Even though they ain't did shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I think about an analogy with like what happened with Iraq, I think about Breonna Taylor. Innocent bystander. He wasn't even there, if I remember correctly. Like
yeah. No.
she wasn't even with him no more.
She wasn't even dating them no
You
more.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
they went off a presumption of something that was there that wasn't. Just like they said, well, they got weapons of mass destruction. Was there any weapons of mass destruction? Nope. But we still went over that motherfucker and killed a bunch
Bombed
of
the
innocent
shit out
people.
of 'em.
So of course they hate us.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you hate somebody that came in your house and did that shit?
Yeah.
Just
Wrecked your whole life.
wrecked your whole fucking life and killed your relative just off of some presumption of evidence that didn't even turn out to be true? And then, like you said, they had ulterior motives anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
And the funny part about it, how war is now, they can hit with drone strikes.
Yeah.
We ain't even on the ground with them.
Nope.
We bombing them with drones. So that's even worse. They done blew up some schools and shit. You know what I'm saying? On accident. You know what I'm saying? Some flying a drone.
Yeah.
Blew up somebody's school or whatever. I always saying we go over there and we do shit. I said we creating soldiers. That's how we do. We creating more enemies, man,
That
because
hate us.
that hate us. So there's a legitimate hate over there.
Yeah.
He said, but you got to understand that, hey, you know what? We from this country. Wars happen. You know what I'm saying? Just be aware of what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And that hatred that we create makes it easier for Iran to have supportive terrorist groups and people backing
Yes.
them. And it makes it easier for them to influence other people. But it also makes it easier for Israel to act independently. And that's the next topic on here.
Right.